ahead. Got it. It's letting y'all know it's being live streamed. All right, y'all, let's get going. So welcome. How are y'all doing this beautiful Monday afternoon or evening? Thank you so much for having your cameras on. Your beautiful faces are just making my heart smile. I do appreciate you. Listen, for those of you who have never had the opportunity to meet, my name is Demita McGee. I'm a Christian women's business coach by day. I'm an author, y'all. I'm a speaker. I'm also a student. Can you believe this girl is in school? But this is what I'm really excited about. This part right here. You guys, this is something I'm so grateful to have been introduced to. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen and we're gonna break this thing all the way down. Now, listen, the person who shared this with me, I'm so grateful. She is my mentor, and you're gonna get an opportunity to hear from her in a little bit, but I get to kick this thing off. And let me tell you why I'm passionate. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen and we're gonna break this thing all the way down. Now, listen, the person who shared this with me, I'm so grateful. She is my mentor, and you're gonna get an opportunity to hear from her. And it hit me because I lost in a little bit, but I get to kick this that I was off. And let me tell you why. So I went from, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen and we're gonna break this thing all the way down. Now, listen, the person who shared this with me, I'm so grateful. She is my mentor.
We're having major feedback.
And it hit me because I lost in a little bit, but I get to my clients that I was off. And let me tell you why. So I went from, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen and we're gonna break this thing. It's gone now.
That was kind of cool, but it was just like, whoa, there's three of her. It's gone. Yeah.
Okay, cool. It doesn't let me hear you as well. I'm so sorry. Text me really quick and tell me, is it gone? Or give me a thumbs up. Do something. Okay, I see y'all. Good. Let's go. All right, feedback gone. Thank you. Okay, I forgot to hit one button that's really important. All right, so I lost every single one of my clients. I know y'all heard me 2 times the last time, so for that, I apologize. But I lost every single one of my clients. Now, this is the thing about having lost all of my clients. I went from a potentially really good year to 0 in days, literally in days. And when we saw this, I was really open. And the reason that we even took a look and I've reached out to my coach and asked about this was because my husband was curious. His curiosity changed everything for us over the next several months. And so we're going to have a really upfront money conversation, but it's not a money conversation like you've had before. Most money conversations people get really uncomfortable with. This is nothing like that. What we're about to do is have a really good money conversation that you're going to be happy you're part of, because what you're going to learn is that the person who invited you, they really didn't have to. They could have kept this completely to themselves. They never had to share it, but they did. And I promise you, they are a walking blessing. So I'm going to ask you a question that my mentor asked me, and that's this: are you married to what it is that you are doing right now? If the answer is no, you, my friend, are in the right Zoom room, because I'm about to show you how you can make, manage, multiply, and diversify your income, your revenue, and your wealth. And if you are open, you can truly change your situation and relationship with money. And if you are the person who says, I didn't even know you could have a relationship with money, you are definitely in the right Zoom room, because 13 months ago, neither did I. Okay, so let's dig into what this is about. If you look in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you see where it says I Am Mastery Academy. You guys, that is the name of our company. Okay, and what we do is we show people, like I said, how to make, manage, multiply, and diversify their income, their revenue, and their wealth. Okay, and how do we do it? I'm gonna start with this. This is powerful. What you're looking at is called the cash flow quadrant. I'm sure the majority of you have heard of Robert Kiyosaki and have heard of his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He talks about a couple really strong things in that book, but this is one of them right here. This, you guys, is how people earn money. We fall into one of 4 quadrants or a couple of quadrants. And what that means is that 95% of people, they either work for themselves or they work for someone else. So for example, you see 35% work for self, 60% work for someone else. That's 90% of the population, y'all. 90%. So that's me as a Christian women's business coach. That's my husband, who's worked for the post office for 27 years. Although that's 95% of us, we only hold 5% of the wealth. Look at that. That's huge. What a disparity, right? But see, there's 5% that does something different. The business owner, the investor, 5% of the population, 95% of the wealth. How is that possible? because they learned something that we didn't learn. They learned how to get people working for them. They learned how to get money working for them. Business owners are not like self-employed. I'm self-employed. A business owner is different. They have employees who work for them. And those employees who work for them, guess what? They go to work every day. A business owner never has to show up. They still get paid. Okay. The investor, they don't work for money. Money works for them. I didn't even know that was a thing. So what happens with an investor is, do you know that there are people who live off the interest of their investments, like literally live off the interest, never even have to touch the actual investments? You guys, that is powerful. That is what he describes in this book. You know, the subtitle of that book is What Rich People Teach Their Children That the Poor and the Middle Class Do Not. I was not born into a rich family, so I knew they were learning something I didn't learn. This was a big part of that. A huge part of it. Another big part of that is, see, wealthy people teach their children about assets and liabilities. Assets, simple definition, put money in your pocket. Liabilities, take money out of your pocket. What your friend invited you to see tonight is how you can take something and put money in your pocket. Your friend invited you to see an asset, y'all, and it's super, super powerful. So let's transition with this. If I wanted to be a pilot, I will go to flight school. If I wanted to be an attorney or a lawyer, I go to law school. If I wanted to be a doctor, I would go to med school. The question is, where do you go when you want to learn how to build wealth? You go to I Am Mastery Academy. Why? Because we're a digital education company. And as a digital education company, we're going to teach you how to use money to make money and how to use the internet to make money. Now, what do I mean by that? Those are the two primary things that we do. And listen, you guys are familiar with educational companies. We call them colleges and universities, and colleges and universities have programs. We call them majors, right? We're here, we have programs, and we call them academies. And so the first category is how we're going to show you how to use money to make money. This is powerful because, see, 13 months ago, I did not know this. I was completely uninformed and uneducated, and this $1 trillion industry was happening right under my nose, and I had no clue. What do? We teach you how to leverage the largest market in the world. No, it is not the stock market. And I know billions of dollars moves there every single day, you guys. It's a lot of money, and you've heard of it and you're familiar with it. But guess what? The foreign exchange market is bigger. It is trillions of dollars moving every single day. And this is the thing. The foreign exchange market, it's been there forever, and we just didn't know about it. Let me explain how it works in a way that kind of I understood, because I didn't understand what it was at first. This is the place where all the money around the globe moves. Every type of currency you are familiar with, the US dollar, Mexican peso, Japanese yen, but every sexy exotic currency you have never heard of, it moves in this market. Let's say we decided to take a trip and we go to Mexico. And so we're there for a week. When we get there, I say, listen, I want to use the Mexican peso to buy stuff. I don't want to use the US dollar. So I go to an exchange desk there and I say, listen, can I get 1 peso? And because y'all, we just getting to know each other, I need to make my math real simple. They say, sure, it'll be $2. So I give them 2 US dollars. They give me 1 peso. We go to the resort, and y'all, we have a real good time. Listen to all the music we just listened to, right? And then at the end of the week, when we go back to the airport, I realize I never even used this peso. I think I'm gonna get my money back. I really honestly wish I had known that when I was doing all that traveling, because y'all, I got pesos literally in like drawers, and I did not know you could get your money back. That's just a side note. So at any rate, for my example, I say, can I get my 2 US dollars back? And they say, yes, you can, but except for 2, we're gonna give you 4. How can they give me $4 if I only gave them $2? How is that possible? This is how. You guys, we know it as the exchange rate. Like, what I did not realize, and what a lot of us don't know, is the value of money is constantly fluctuating. It's changing. And so when you understand how to project or project those fluctuations in currency, when you learn how to leverage them, you can make a profit. That's powerful. It's been right under our nose all this time, and we didn't know. So what you're going to learn right here in I Am Mastery Academy is how to project the direction that this currency is going to go, because you get educated in the markets. And now you can compound those fluctuations over time and build a significant account. Let's talk about our academies. Now, remember, I said we teach you two things. One, how to use money to make money. Well, our first three academies focus exclusively on how to use currency to actually create more of it for you. And then our fourth academy focuses on how to use the internet. So I'm going to explain the difference between the first three, then we'll move on to how to use the internet, okay? So what you see on your screen, FRX, HFX, and DCX. These are our three currency academies. And FRX stands for our Platinum Forex Academy. HFX is our High Frequency Forex Academy. And DCX is our Digital Currency Academy, okay? So what's the difference between the three of these? Really briefly, our Platinum Forex Academy, what you see is FRX. This is traditional Forex. This is where you're going to learn how to predict those or project those fluctuations like we talked about. And you're going to get in the market, put in a trade, and it can take anywhere from, I don't know, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, up to 4 or 5 days. I was in 4 trades earlier today and I was out of them in a couple of hours, okay? Then we have the HFX market. This is where instead of being in the market for 4 or 5 days, you're literally in the market for minutes. You are in and out. So it's time-based trading. You're in and out of the market in 3 to 5 minutes. Like you can do a 1-minute trade, a 3-minute trade, a 5-minute trade, a 10-minute trade. So you're in and you're out quickly, okay? Our Digital Currency Academy, y'all, this is a special one because have you ever heard of Bitcoin or Ethereum? Cardano, XRP, any of that stuff? This is what I didn't know, that there are thousands of cryptocurrencies, literally thousands. If you are not familiar with Bitcoin and any of the other cryptocurrencies, listen, my friend, you absolutely must learn. There is a wealth transfer happening right under our noses. And a lot of people are completely unaware. We're talking over 90% of the population has no idea that this is even happening. So you know how money evolves? You do. You didn't know you knew. Think about it. The first thing we knew about was cash and coins. Y'all, how is there a coin shortage? Like, do you go into Target and do you see the notes that say I need exact change? Literally, how is there a coin shortage? We've gone from cash to checks to credit cards to debit cards with chips in them. And guess what? Now we have cryptocurrency. Except the difference with this evolution of money is that it's actually an asset class. Remember, I told you assets put money in your pocket. This currency is the new evolution of money, meaning that what you got to learn here in Digital Currency Academy is which cryptocurrency should I even be interested in purchasing? Or which ones do I hold? How do I trade it? When do I switch it for another one? Is this a good one? Like, what do I do? No idea, right? That's what the Digital Currency Academy is for. So I had a friend who asked me one day, you guys, she was like, listen, I just don't get it. I don't understand it. Like, is it money? Do I get my money out of it? Like, how does it work? Totally confused. And I said, sis, I totally understand. I get you. I understand. Listen, it's like this. It's like if I grab my cell phone, right, and I talk to my great, I think we calculated grandmother, who actually, even my great-great-grandmother, who was born in the early 1900s, my dad's grandmother, if I talked to her and I was like, listen, G-Ma, check this out. I'm gonna give you a call on my cell phone later. She'd be like, what? What are you talking about? My cell phone, you know, my cell phone that I carry in my purse. What do you mean you carry it in your purse? So it doesn't have a cord? No, it doesn't have a cord connected to it because it communicates with the cell phone towers. What do you mean these cell phone towers? No, okay, let's do this. I'll just FaceTime you. We'll video chat. What is this video chatting that you speak of? Right. It would sound like absolute craziness to her. But you and I both know these phones exist. They are mini computers in our pockets that just happen to make phone calls. That's exactly what cryptocurrency is, y'all. A new type of currency that you just need to learn how it works because it's here to stay and it's growing. All right. So those are our currency academies and the differences between the three of them. Now let's shift gears. The second way that we show you how to create money is by leveraging the internet. Why the internet? Because it never sleeps. It never slumbers. The reality is this. It's just after 7 o'clock here, Central Standard Time. And in a couple hours, we're going to start going to bed. But on the other side of the globe, they're about to start waking up. And in all that time, from the transition from night to day, guess what never took a nap? We did. The internet did not. What if while you slept, you could actually create money and make it in the online space? What if you never even had to purchase inventory? See, as a business coach, one of the biggest things that I learned over the last 5 years is this. When people want to launch businesses online and it requires physical inventory, the hardest part is having enough money where they can buy their inventory low and sell it high. What if you absolutely never even had to buy any inventory? What if you could sell things you didn't have? Well, you can. Y'all, it's called the drop shipping model. You can literally become your own Amazon store. And this is how it works. Real life example. My very first sale, because I do have a drop shipping store, and I learned it right here in our e-commerce academy. I sold a bohemian ring set. It was super cute. $25 is what the customer paid me. They were in California. Now, I didn't have the ring set in my house. Remember, we don't have inventory. But what I did have was a connection to a supplier. Okay. And I learned how to do that through our e-commerce academy. And the supplier then shipped the item to the customer. But guess how much it cost me to have that done? The customer pays me $25. Out of their $25, I pay the supplier $2 for the item, $3 for shipping, for a total of $5. I got this item shipped to the customer and I got to keep the difference. That's drop shipping. That's what we teach you how to do in our e-commerce academy. Okay. So how do we teach you all these things? Because the reality is this. Yes, you could try to figure it out via YouTube. You could try to figure it out, but you know what that's like? That's like taking a puzzle that has 1,000 pieces, y'all. And for some reason, like the picture's not on the outside of the box. And you're like, I know all the pieces are here. The box isn't open. So when you open it, the pieces scatter everywhere. And you're like, what in the world? Who's about to put this thing together? Not me. I don't even know what it looks like. Well, guess what? I Am Mastery Academy is not YouTube. I Am Mastery Academy is not a scattered puzzle. What we are the pieces are all there. They're put together beautifully on the desk. And now what happens is we have coaches, we have educators, and a system that says, I'm going to help you recreate this. That's what we do. You guys, we have a beautifully designed system that is so well organized and it's very simplified. It is a self-paced learning academy. So you will watch a series of videos. It will walk you from a very basic level of understanding through intermediate, through mastery, and you will have questions. Tonight is not about making sure you understand everything about Forex, everything about cryptocurrency, or any of our academies. Tonight is an introduction to a completely different way of living. Tonight is an introduction to how you can plant some money and grow that bad boy. Tonight is an introduction to how you can make money while you sleep. And this is the amazing thing. Yes, those questions you have, this right here, worth the price of entry. See, this is what we have access to over 100 full-time educators who are vetted by the company. What do I mean when I say vetted? I mean that they are documented 6+ figure earners in their respective areas and their respective disciplines. Yep, in Forex, in high frequency Forex, digital currency, and in e-commerce. They literally answer our questions. They train us live. You come to actual live sessions where you can ask those questions. And one of the things that I absolutely love is that when you enroll in the academy, the way that this is designed is as long as you're enrolled in the academy, you get month-to-month licensing of our software. So that means you can use it. This is powerful. Those educators, they teach you how to use that software. Let's just say you're a person that says, listen, I don't want to depend on software to give me trade signals. I don't want to depend on software to tell me what to do. I want to learn how to do it myself. They also teach you that. And you know why that's powerful? Because see, you can wake up at 2:00 in the morning if you want to, because guess what? The foreign exchange market is open. The London session to be exact. Guess who didn't know that 13 months ago? That would be me, but I know it now, all because of our I Am Mastery Academy. And you can hop up and trade whenever you want because now you're educated. Listen, I get it. You are busy. Let me tell you. Right before I hopped on here, y'all, I had to run to the grocery store. Right after I went to the grocery store, I had to take the food out of the crock pot, make sure everybody was eating. Guess what? When we're done, my newly 9th grade high school student, I got to go pick him up from practice, all this stuff. And I'm still on here. So I know you're busy. I know you are squeezing this in between all the stuff you have to do, because that's what we do too. And I know you're probably busier than me, but this was made for you. It was designed for you. It was designed for the busy person who does not waste time. Because see, if you can make time to be on here with me and hear this information, guess what? You got time to learn how to do this, because that's how this works. It's flexible. It's around your schedule. So if you got 1 hour a day, you can learn to master these markets and make money while you sleep. But friend, if you got 30 minutes 3 times a week, you can learn to master these markets and make money while you sleep. Okay. So at this point, the real question is, okay, Demita, what did you say to me? You said, I Am Mastery Academy is going to show me how to use the money to make money. Yep. Okay. You said I Am Mastery Academy can show me how to use the internet to make money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week while I sleep. Yes, I did. Okay. So how do I get started? That's a great question. You just enroll. Okay. So the person who invited you, they have a link. They'll walk you through that link. It takes 2 minutes for you to enroll in the academy. And let me tell you, starting with our currency academies, you guys, we have a very powerful package. It is called Elite. And the way the Elite program works is like this. Elite is all 3 of our currency academies together. If you are elite, I want you to drop an E in the chat. I know I switched that up. I did like an alphabet instead of a number. I want you to drop an E in the chat if you are elite. Let them know what we're working with. The reason Elite is so powerful, don't worry, I'll wait. The reason that Elite, there we go. The reason Elite is so powerful is because you have access to every currency academy. Why is that good? Because that means that I can learn Platinum Forex, traditional Forex, which is the foundation of everything, all of the currency academies. So I learned traditional Forex. Then I can use that knowledge and I can do better making money in minutes with our HFX Academy, learning how to do time-based trading. And although I can accumulate cryptocurrency and grow portfolios, I can also use that Platinum Forex knowledge to trade cryptos as well. Like if the crypto goes up, I can make money. If the value goes down, I can make money. That's why Elite is powerful, because you get access to every currency academy, every single educator, y'all. It is truly incredible. And it is only $275 to enroll right now, and $275 a month. And I say right now because we have extended this promotion that you see, and it will be over soon. Now, listen, remember I told you wealthy people know the difference between an asset and a liability? We are showing you how to take money, plant it in the ground, and grow more money. This is a seed for you to learn this skill set. And so you now can go in the markets, click some buttons once you have this education, and actually create money for yourself. You are taking $1 and you are using that dollar more than once. That's powerful. See, people that don't understand, they take $1 and they spend it and it's gone. But see, wealthy people understand, I need to take this dollar and I need to figure out how to use this dollar more than once. That is exactly what you do here. That's exactly what we do. This is an asset. It is not a liability. Now, maybe you're saying, I do like the Elite package, but Demita, I want to just start with one. You can do that. You can do a la carte. You can do Platinum Forex, which is on your screen is FRX, or high frequency Forex, or digital currency. Either one of them for $209 and some change. But I'm pretty sure you see the value there. $210, a little bit more, $275. I'm pretty sure you see that. And then they're $175 a month. Now, the other thing is if e-commerce is more of your speed, you can actually enroll in e-commerce now for $235 and $175 a month. And the person who invited you, they can show you how to get the hookup. You can actually enroll in e-commerce for only $110 if you add it to one of our other currency academies. I got that hookup, by the way. Now, it gets better. Real quick. You guys, you can enroll today and potentially not pay a monthly fee. Did I not tell you we were going to show you how to make this thing a true asset? Like, it gets better for real, for real. Like, you can enroll today and never pay a monthly fee. All you need to do is bless somebody like someone blessed you today. That's it. You share it. You share it. You and I both know people right now that need an opportunity, but not just need it. We know people who want one. We know people who would love to learn this skill. They just don't know it exists. They just don't know. And so when we share with a family member or a friend, someone we love to learn this with, when 2 people that you have personally referred, just 2, when they get started, guess what happens? When they enroll in an academy, you now have free access. It took me a couple of days to do that. You know why? Because the first 2 people I shared it with were like, yep, no brainer for me. Okay. Because they wanted to learn this skill. And the one thing that we have learned over the course of the last year is, listen, we can either wait on the government to stimulate our economy, or we could do it ourselves. So I just gave you just a little bit of the information. At this point, I get to totally switch gears and introduce a woman who is so incredibly special to me. The reason is not only did she introduce me to this information, but more than that, one of the most powerful things that happened is she has coached me through this process. She is the person who has taught me exactly how to do what I'm doing right now. She is the person who is walking me through and has the entire 13 months that I have been here. You guys, she's a designer by trade. I'm not going to tell her whole story, but what I want you to understand is this woman is no joke. She is a boss of bosses. In a previous company, she's built a sales organization to over 7,000 sales reps. That is humongous. And she's doing the same thing here. Now, I could throw out titles, but you're not going to know what they are. I do want to let you know, however, she is a six-figure earner in this concept, and you're going to learn why in a few minutes. I need y'all to give it up, light up the chat if you know, like I know, that none other than my coach, my mentor is about to come to the Zoom stage. Let's go, Sakina Abdul Jalil.
Let's go. Let's go. I swear, every single time I wish I could hoop. I feel like I should be coming down the court, you know, laying up some, what do you call them? 3-ways. There you go. There you go. That's the end of my sports career right there. But thank you so, so much, Damita. I love, love, love doing this with you guys. Listen, and I appreciate the great words, the kind words that you said, but I want y'all to show some love for Damita because she just gave you an Ivy League education in a few minutes, breaking down the largest, most liquid, most profitable money markets in the world and showing you how you can position yourself on it. So I get excited. Y'all probably saw me over here high-fiving myself and everything because I get excited about this, you know, and I've been doing this now. In January, it'll be 4 years. And just like what Damita said, you know, my background is interior design. Like Damita is a Christian women's business coach. She's got a whole husband. She got 3 whole kids, you know, a high school age child, you know, she's doing some things. She's very, very busy. But one of the things that I love so much about what we do, and she laid it out for you, it doesn't matter how busy you are. It really doesn't. You know, she's been able to make time for this. She's been able to grow accounts. She's been able to now put her family on the path of real financial literacy so you can start living the lifestyles that you really want to have. And that's what I was looking for almost 4 years ago. And honestly, this ended up being the missing piece to a puzzle that I didn't know was missing. I didn't know it was going to be here. I really, really didn't know. You know, you've heard the saying that you don't know what you don't know. That was me almost 4 years ago, because I knew how to do the things that we've all been taught. Go to school, get good grades, go to work. I'm an entrepreneur. Like there's not, I'm unemployable. I'm not against anybody's jobs. I'm not here to do that, but I'm really unemployable. Okay. And guys, listen, let me tell you something. What's so powerful is that we have the ability right now, we're in front of the wealth transfer. Do you realize how huge that is? And I know you don't. If you're brand new to just seeing it, you really don't have a clue, because I didn't have a clue 4 years ago. Yes, I make 6 figures now. Yes, I've made 6 figures before. We are now on our way to being the first 7-figure earner in our family. Do you know how big of a deal that is? Because that means that I'm finally in position to break those cycles, because I had to get educated about money. It's not about making money. We can all make it. But just like what Damita said, you got to learn how to have that seed to multiply it. And so the second reason that I got involved in this is because of what I'm getting ready to show you. The first was I wanted to be able to have a way that I could make money that wasn't dependent upon anything or anyone else. I wanted to finally learn how to multiply my money. I wanted to figure out what it is that allows the banks to continue to make money off of my money and I don't make any money from it. I wanted to know what the rich kept doing that was making them richer that the poor were not doing. I wanted to know all these things. I just didn't know where to go find it. I didn't have a clue. And so when I got a phone call almost 4 years ago, it really, and this is going to sound cliche, but it really did change my life. There's just no other way to put it. I'm so thankful. I actually sent them a text or a post or something, because they're out of the country, you know, doing their thing. But I thank them again. And I've been thanking them for almost 4 years, you know, and that's powerful. So like I said, the second reason that I got involved in this is because they give you the option of sharing in the profits with the company. See, here we are, an 8-year-old company going into our 9th year. Last year during the pandemic, guys, y'all need to really hear me on this. Last year during the pandemic, this company did over $350 million. People are hungry. People are sick and tired of being sick and tired. People are sick and tired of the government telling them where they can work, where they can't work. Are they essential workers? Are they not essential workers? They got to go through this in order to keep their job. People are sick of that. It's 2021, about to be 2022. Lord willing, we'll all see it. You got to ask yourself some real tough questions, like what I had to ask myself almost 4 years ago. If I didn't do this, if what I'm doing currently prior to this, was that going to get me to where I really wanted to go? Was it going to put me in position? Was it going to give me the lifestyle that I really wanted to have? And I had to be honest, because it wasn't. So I invite you to really hone in and really understand that you are literally in the largest wealth transfer, in front of the largest wealth transfer that you're ever going to see in your lifetime. And I didn't even understand that this was that big until I actually got involved and I really started learning some things. So don't sit here and overthink it. Don't sit here and talk yourself out of it because it's numbers and charts, because that was me. I'm 58 years old. I did not grow up in no computer age. Y'all know, okay? Thank God I didn't have to have any math skills, all right? I was a C student in high school and in college. Now, if I could have majored in boys, then I would have been a valedictorian. I'm just saying, okay? Maybe it's just me. I'm just telling the truth, okay? Thank God this was all before internet. Anyhow, this part here, in order for you to take advantage of this, this is where you can become an independent business owner, sharing in the profits with the company. Remember, I said it's optional, because what Demita showed you is how you can learn a skill and you can earn while you're learning how to trade in the Forex market, while you're learning how to trade and buy cryptocurrency, while you're running your e-commerce store. You can earn money that way. And even though they made this part optional, unless you have 6 figures sitting in your bank account right now and it's continuing to grow, this part really isn't optional. See, I made 6 figures working for somebody else. I walked away from corporate America in 2014, never planning on returning again. And I walked away from making multiple 6 figures. But I had to work 7 days a week, 15 hours a day. I had no life. I was so busy all the time that I was being so busy being busy that I wasn't being busy making a life. And I knew I had to get out of that situation because it was a trap for me. I don't know about you. So when I tell you that this part is optional, but you really need to take heed, because it teaches you a wealth principle, OPM, how to use other people's money to get to the money. So see, like I told you, Demita showed you, you can enroll in this educational platform. You're not locked to any contracts or anything like that. You get in here and you learn. You get in here, you get in a wealth community, because the community that you're around right now, that's why you're exactly where you are in your life, because your network determines your net worth. So if you want your net worth to change, you got to change your network. You just got to expand it a little bit. So here, in order to become an IBO, you pay $16 more a month. It's optional. But let me show you what happens with the optional. Now you can participate. Let me see if my screen is going to work. Here we go. Now you can participate. Now you can let the company fund your education. You can let the company fund your trading account. You can let the company fund your e-commerce store. You can let the company fund your cryptocurrency account. Like, this is fun, y'all. There is nothing like getting somebody else's money and turning around and multiplying it, because you've got the link. You got the hookup now. You ever wanted to know the hookup to create wealth? You just found it. So you need to thank the person that has you on this webinar. So if you look at the very bottom and don't look at the top, all right, go down to the bottom, Platinum 150, 3 people. When you help 3 people get on a webinar and they decide that they want to do this as well, and they get in, the company now gives you $150 a month. Now I know automatically you're like, what? I got on here to learn how to make $150 a month. You doggone right. Because if $150 was missing from your paycheck on Friday, you'd snatch that mask off. You break all kinds of protocol, because they're going to find you your money, right? But here's what I want you to understand. You cannot think like an employee. And I had to tweak my thinking even in my 50s. Remember, all of this was brand new to me. I had never done anything like this before. I'd never done traded in the Forex market, didn't know anything about it, or the cryptocurrency. And even though I've been an entrepreneur in other endeavors, I still had the residue of an employee mindset. So you got to change it, right? You got to expand it. So when you have those 3 people that get enrolled in the company, now the academy is going to teach them all the things that they need to do, and they're going to pay you this $150. But when that multiplies from 3 to 12 people, Now you're getting paid $600 a month. Y'all, listen, nobody out there is doing this. 12 people in your organization. Now I'm gonna just go back a little bit. When I was in my previous company, and I had a great experience in that company, don't get me wrong, I had a great experience. But in order to get about $150 a month, we had to enroll 60 people, 60. There's nothing wrong with it. That was their comp plan. This says 12 people, that's $600 a month. Do you know what you can do with $600 a month? Absolutely. And we get paid every Friday. So $150 hits your account every single Friday. When those 12 multiply to 30, that's $1,000 a month. Do you realize that today most people take on a second job or Uber Eats or what is it, DoorDash, just to try to bring in an extra $1,000? Or you're working overtime or extra time or whatever it is just to try. And we're going into the holidays. So now you're thinking about how your holidays are going to be. And right now you're trying to find ways to probably extend your hours on your job. There is a better way. And so when it multiplies to 75 people, that's $2,000 a month. You're not doing this by yourself. Maybe you're enrolling 75 people, but most often than not, we're doing this as a team, because to create wealth is a team sport. Would it be okay? Let me see, who can I talk to on here? I gotta make sure y'all paying attention. Who can I talk to on here? Would it be okay? I see you, Erica. You know I'm gonna call on you. Would it be okay, Erica, if you got a check on Friday for an extra $500 in addition to what else you have going on? We're not talking about quitting no jobs at this point, but now it's a little different now. Now, maybe if you're not feeling well, maybe you'll go ahead and take that day off and not worry about it taking a hit to your check. Maybe if you're just tired that day, you'll go ahead and take that day off because you got some cushion between checks. And then when it grows from $2,000 a month, it goes to $5,000 a month, guys. That's $60,000 a year. The average American with two whole adults that work full-time jobs in one household do not bring in $60,000 a year. And let me tell you this, when you get to Chairman 10, now check this out. I've been in this academy in January. It'll be 4 years. In 4 years, I've received how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 promotions in 4 years. Can you do that on your job? Can you get 6 promotions in 4 years? Absolutely not. And you know what's so beautiful about these promotions? Yes, I hit Chairwoman 10 or Chairman 10, right? But what's even more beautiful is the only reason I hit that is because I helped other people make money. That's what I love about this. And this is all independent from what you're earning and learning from trading and building up your crypto portfolio. Let me tell y'all how cool this is. I posted this on my Facebook page. I have 5 grandkids. 3 of them were over last night. Lord help me. Okay. All 3 of them, especially for that one. He's 2 years old, but he's like having 10 by himself, right? So I entered a trade for cryptocurrency on my phone. I set my numbers and whatnot. It took me less than a minute to enter that trade. I started painting with my grandkids, Play-Dohing. We had stuff everywhere, all in this playroom. I didn't think anything about it. We had cars and trucks and trains and playing around. I'm talking and visiting with my family, the rest of my family that's here after everybody was gone. And I picked the Play-Doh up off the floor and the table. I was like, oh, let me check that trade. Grandma had made some money while the grandkids was at the house. Y'all, come on, show me some love in the chat. Throw some 7s in the chat, because I'm not special. I just plugged into a system. I'm not even trying to impress you with that. I'm just trying to impress upon you that if you really want something different, you got to go out there and make it happen, guys. I took a chance on me. I didn't take a chance on this academy. I took a chance on me. This is the #1 online trading and cryptocurrency academy in the world. We have over 400,000 students. People have tried to bite off of it and try this and try that. It's here, Erica. It's here, Paris. It's here, Tracy. It's here, James. Continues on. $25,000 a month, y'all, all the way up to $750,000 a month. We got kids that look like you and I between the ages of 18, 22, 25 years old making this kind of money. Why? Because they looked at what their parents were doing. They looked at what their grandparents were doing and they saw the truth. They saw that it wasn't working. That 40-40-40 plan does not work. You know it don't work, and we're still sucked into it, right? So again, if you want something different, you have to do something different. And I invite you to definitely take a chance on you. just for once decide, you know what, I'm gonna stop talking about this is my year. Because you said that December 31st, 2020. You said January 1st, 2021 is gonna be my year. Paris is nodding her head. Yes, she's not the only one, right? We said that. Now you got to ask yourself, what are you doing? Because you got 3 months left to make this be your year. Because if you don't do anything different now, your 2022 is going to look the exact same way. And I don't know about you. I love my 2020. I made more money in 2020 than I did in the years previous to that. I love my 2021. But you know what I'm looking forward to? Making even more and helping even more people. We have a saying on our team. It's called Operation 10,000. Operation 10,000. Now, I said this in my last company. We got to 7,000. We fell a little short, but you know what? Those 7,000 people, they ain't mad, right? So we're doing the exact same thing over here, but we're taking it further than what I've ever done before, because it's not just about making that money on the short term. This is about making sure your last name is still being talked about in rooms 100 years later. Because if there was somebody on this webinar right now with the last name of Vanderbilt, and what's the other name? Y'all, I can't even think of it. Somebody. Rockefeller. That's the name, because the Vanderbilts didn't hang on to their money as good as the Rockefellers did. Okay. So if there was somebody in the participants list with the last name of Rockefeller, immediately you would think, oh, they got some money. They come from money. You don't know nothing about them, but you see that last name and you like, ooh, snap, they got some money, right? Now, old man Rockefeller been dead for over 100 years. The question that I challenge you to ask yourself, because it's the same question I asked myself 4 years ago, 100 years from now, when my last name shows up in somebody's room or somebody's webinar or somebody's virtual, whatever they're going to be doing 100 years from now, what will my last name carry? What kind of story will be attached to that? What kind of family traditions will be attached to my name? And I ask you, if what you're doing right now is so good that you know for a fact 100 years from now, your story will continue to be carried on. Your legacy will be continue to be carried on because you put your family in a better financial position, then keep doing what you're doing. We don't need the 235. We don't need the 175, the 275, or however much it costs, okay? But we're looking for people that are sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I am so fired up tonight. I cannot wait to get off of here, because I got people that's been in webinars and been in live trainings and live presentations on the other side of the country, and it's just time. We are not playing no games. It is time. It is time. It is time. Thank you very much, Damita, for having me on. Let's go, y'all. Oh, let me say this, because I didn't tell y'all what to do. Get back with the person that had you on this webinar, or if you're seeing this live YouTube, or if you saw a flyer, if somebody sent you a text message or called you or sent you smoke signals or whatever it is they did, get back to that person that has you on this webinar and let them know if you can see yourself winning with us. I didn't ask you if you know how to trade Forex. I didn't ask you if you know how to trade crypto. You don't. That's why you're on here. I didn't ask you about the money. You're going to figure that situation out, because you figured out every time you want to get your hair, your nails, your sneakers, all that stuff. You figure it out. So get back with the person that has you on here. Let them know. Quit laughing at me, Erica. Let them know if you can see yourself winning, and let's go get this money, y'all. Bye.